Safe to say, it's not been a very good month for Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The two of them have just stood by and watched as these lucrative deals have slipped through their fingers. They were publicly criticized by Hollywood's biggest players, and perhaps what is worst of all, they were snubbed by Harry's own father, the King, on his birthday. But that pales in comparison to what is rumored to be happening at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Montecito McMansion. Rumors are rife that Harry and Meghan are headed for a divorce. So when Harry came back to Montecito from London after he appeared in court to fight alleged press phone hacking, he did not come back to the loving embrace of his wife for long. Instead, he headed off alone to go to a Warrior Games event in San Diego. Now, at the time of press, the two of them had not been seen together since the middle of May. But as some new photos show, Meghan was seen looking very unhappy as she was out running errands in California only last week. Last week, the American pundit Megyn Kelly claimed it's entirely plausible that their marriage is on the rocks after they endured so much drama. UK royal expert Tom Bower also recently insisted that Meghan is, quote, getting tired of Harry. Gossip website Radar Online even went so far as to report that they had called in divorce lawyers. And now, an exclusive source speaking with New Idea claims that Meghan has been talking to top-end Hollywood lawyers. And this is happening after Meghan lost a $29 million deal with Spotify, and she was overlooked for a lucrative deal with Christian Dior. Rumor has it Netflix is also looking to cut ties with Meghan and Harry. There was a Mail on Sunday newspaper report claiming that Meghan, quote, would be wise to distance herself from Harry's, quote, toxic dramas with his family. The royal source explains, things at home are incredibly tense right now given their Hollywood brand seems to be crashing down around them. The report also maintains Meghan is furious at Harry for numerous poor decisions she feels he's made leading to their current precarious situation. Her financial advisor urged her to get a postnuptial agreement drawn up, given her and Harry never signed a prenup, continues the source. Meghan's goal is to have the postnup composed to ensure Harry won't be able to cash in on her own deals going forward. So it looks like the future for Meghan and Harry is quite grim. They got married at Windsor Castle back in 2018 in a fairy tale marriage that since then has supposedly yielded two children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Now, a separate source close to Harry claims that he is desperate for things not to get worse. The source says Harry loves that woman. He wouldn't have done what he did, burning all those bridges and starting a family with her if he didn't. If she ever filed for divorce, he would be absolutely heartbroken. But with these big media deals and ambassadorships off the table, the sources concede that even the tightest of marriages would struggle to survive this storm. In other news, WME is an agency that prides itself in its exclusive clientele of A-listers, but they endorsed Meghan Markle as talent. She's not very impressive. I mean, her CV would hardly convince any movie house to consider a demanding middle-aged ex-cable TV actress for a starring role in a multi-million-dollar movie investment. The first thing the company needs to do is produce a trailer with footage of her performance to convince investors that they should approve a venture, and that can never happen if it's probably going to fail at the box office. The whole world watched Bill Simmons' live rant from Spotify, and the slamming of the Dior door is still ringing in investors' ears. So is WME going to continue to represent Meghan, or are they going to have to show her the door if they want to maintain their reputation? Most likely, this is the last big opportunity that Meghan can expect to get from Hollywood. So they need to lay low for quite a while, and they need to reconsider their future if they expect to survive in the real world, where hard work and talent are really the only ways to achieve your goals. Meghan needs to explore another avenue if she expects to gain any recognition for personal achievements. And because she is a one-trick pony, I'm going to have to create a fiction fantasy theme for her. But is she going to pay me for it? Probably not. The answer is she'd probably tell me I need to donate it to Archewell. So because I'm not going to visit that site, I'm going to share my little story with my friends, who I'm sure are going to laugh at me. But I always respond by telling my critics they need to do better. It looks like this train wreck is finally coming to an end. The very last carriage is being thrown into the ocean way below, and all we can really hear is the crashing of waves as they're tumbling over the rocks before they withdraw. And then the sun is slowly disappearing, and a bunch of birds are gracefully landing on the edge of the precipice, cawing hauntingly as the darkness falls. The moon begins to rise, and it looks like we have peace at last, but suddenly there's another problem. A big creature is coming out from the depths of the ocean. What could it possibly be? It looks like some type of chameleon or maybe a snake, and uh-oh, it's trying to pretend to be a phoenix. Sure enough, it is that evil creature, Meghan Markle. She's at it again. She's dressed herself up like a magical phoenix, and finally, this evil woman manages to convince the global media that she really is the reincarnation of Princess Diana, and she demands to be addressed as Princess Miana. Now, suddenly, something happens, something we would never believe. The mythical Golden Phoenix shows up and exposes Meghan Markle, aka Princess Miana, as the evil witch she really is. The fact is, there's no PR team that can repair Meghan Markle's horrible reputation. It doesn't matter what she does. It's too late for her. She's already exposed herself as the evil demon she really is. Too many lies have already been proven. Her relevance is going to continue to diminish, and eventually she's going to be a nobody. Well, the truth is, she's always been a nobody. She just managed to convince some people that she was a somebody. It really is a pity. She could have done so much good, but she chose not to. And actually, it might not be the lies that were really her downfall. Goodness knows that has been a hallmark since the beginning. But what started the race to irrelevance was really that South Park episode. The truth is, people can withstand basically any PR blow, except when somebody has been the subject of laughter and derision, that is. When people like Graydon Carter and Howard Stern and Bill Simmons and Stephen A. Smith have all called the two of them out, it looks like they really are done for. It is all over for them now. Looks like they've become experts at the swan impersonation. They look all serene on the surface, but below the water, they are paddling like crazy. They're claiming that offers are pouring in. But you know what? We cannot lay the false rumor that Dior was in negotiations with their latest client at their door without proof, in the ever-changing landscape that really is Meghan and Harry's world. What they need to do is start trying to live within their means. They need to sell that stupid McMansion that looks like the Olive Garden. They need to buy a nice, modest home for themselves in the suburbs, one they can afford. They need to fire all their staff they can't afford, including the PR companies, and they need to figure out how to live a good, honest life. They don't need to worry about the paparazzi when they don't hire them, that is, because nobody really cares about them at the end of the day. And you, what do you think about Harry and Meghan's future? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments. If you preferred our video today, please remember to like and share it with your friends and relatives who need it. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.